It is quite weird that I'm super early to a product launch this time.
Sony RX100 Mark VI launch event in Hong Kong. I'm so early they are still setting up. As the name suggested, this is the 6th RX100 series of premium compact camera that take impressive photos and video from a tiny little camera. In fact, the only reason I'm so early because I'm not just reporting this from the audience seat. I've got to talk. That allow me to get the camera early, and this is what I found. I think you can't fully realize how small this camera is until you get this in your hand. That's what I think. Sorry, on the web it doesn't, yeah, it's a small camera, but when you actually got it in your hand, it's like, wow, it's really small. Actually, I think this is smaller than a lot of people's wallet. Now, biggest change on this is, of course, the 24 to 200 millimeters zoom lens, but this is a little bit slower, f2.8 to f4.5. Slower than before. Before it was the Mark V got 1.8 to 2.8. Well, of course you got a big zoom lens. Well, not big, it's still tiny. Well, kind of big for this camera. This kind of zoom range is not unique to Sony. Panasonic got the TS200 or TS220 or TZ200 or TZ220 or TX2. Different name based on where you get it. That one gives you 24 to 360 millimeters, but slower aperture. Now, one thing is really unique to RX100 is that pop-up viewfinder. This is great. What's improved on this one is that before that, after you pop this up, you still have to pull the eyepiece out. Not this one. This one is a single action and it's ready to use. And then after you use it, you just push it down. That's it. Before that, you have to push the eyepiece in and push it down. Two action. Now it's so much quicker and ready to use. 2.8 to 4.5, not bad at all, I think. But if you compare to 1.8, yeah, there's quite a bit of difference. But is it for tiny sensor like this? Is it that big of a difference? Let me just shooting around, get a feeling of using it. Oh look, someone posed for the trap. Now what you are looking at is not a video. All of these are individual 20 megapixel photos, 24 shots per second. When you can zoom right in and take 24 frames per second burst, it is damn useful. I know especially us photo geek will say I don't need a tele zoom, I just need a 35, something like that, or 50 millimeters because you get close to the action. If your photo is not good enough, you're not close enough, that kind of thing. I'd rather have a fast lens than a zoom tele that goes down to f4.5 or even slower. But I have to say, it's still good to have a 200 millimeters. It's useful at times still. It's the difference between you telling yourself, oh, I don't need that, stand like, or I got that shot, I got that impressive shot. As they say, the best camera is the one you have with you. And you definitely can take this camera with you all the time. What's more, you got a 24 to 70 millimeters plus a 70 to 200 millimeters lens with you all the time. Especially it still maintain f4 at 100 millimeters. And this is the full zoom range. Tracking and autofocus. 24 frames per second burst is in fact the same as the previous RX100 Mark V, but now up to 233 JPEG or around 109 RAW. 315 face detection AF point with 65% coverage. The autofocusing and AF tracking, it just feels like a full-size A7. I don't mean you can take sport with this, but when you only have this and then you have a little bit of action shot, you can do that. However, it doesn't support UHS-2 SD card, which means it could take a while to copy all those files into your card. You can't access some of the menu settings during this time. But the good news is you can still keep shooting until the buffer is full. You can have an AF area switch between vertical and horizontal shooting, same as some A7 and A9 cameras. New AF area register. And finally, touchscreen. You can pick your focus point with the touchscreen. And focus shutter. Obviously, it works for video shooting. This is so good. Now talking about video shooting, ever since RX100 Mark III, it has been popular among YouTubers and vloggers. I don't have one myself, but I have tried the Mark IV before. Now what's impressive is that this tiny little body shoot really good 4K. It's 5K oversampling with full pixel without low pixel binning. This is better than a lot of like DSLRs. What I love about shooting video with this camera is that it got a lot of features that these kind of big boys, big brother got. It got Cine 2, it got S-Log 3 if you want. I don't really use S-Log 3. I like using Cine 2. It still gives me enough freedom to color correct in post. It can now shoot S-Log 3 as well, but it's just overkill for me. For compact camera, the dynamic range is surprisingly good. Now this is an extreme example. Strong spotlight at the back, still not too much overblown while maintaining clear shadow bits. A new phase priority in multi-metering features. When you turn on, helps with backlighting situation. Now what's not so good about this is maybe you can hear it now because it doesn't have a mic jack. You can only use a built-in mic. Well, I don't think there's another compact camera that take good video has a mic input. Another thing, while not a deal breaker for me, is that shooting 4K it only got 5 minutes on limitation. You can forget about shooting interview with this. Now today is quite cloudy, so this is okay without an anti-filter. Yes, this don't have anti-filter when the Mark V got a built-in anti-filter. Not this one. Maybe somebody will release an anti-filter that just put on top of this, maybe. And according to some people on the web say that this still overheats shooting 4K. I haven't seen this yet. Today is 30 degrees. Quite hot here, not exactly the hottest day in Hong Kong. I have been shooting 4K with this for half an hour. It's not overheating yet. Oh, it just started to give me an overheating warning. Look at that. Okay, yeah, it do overheat, but the autofocus is good, so good. So much better than my A7S II. I mean, it's liberating when I can just pick this up and then shoot 4K, really good 4K video right away. By the way, they got this is new as well. This is the handle. Yes, the focusing really quite good. This is the movie, record button, photo, shutter button, and then zoom. Connect with USB. And it's a handle and it's a tripod. Now you may see some of my footage maybe a little bit shaky because this is simply a really new camera to me. I look at the web, I saw like Sarah Dishi. She used RX100 for a long time and her footage are really stable. Last time I met her in New York, she really just with her RX100 for her whole vlog. So I was wondering, is it the way that I hold it? So this time I try to hold it a different way. Now basically yesterday I shoot it like this. That's why those footage are a bit too shaky. After my research on the web, I'm going to try hold it like this. Looks like this improved a lot. So after all, the stabilization may not be as good as the A7. Well, this is a really tiny camera, but there's still way to hold it steadily like I'm walking. Also, now if I switch it to Full HD, the stabilization now includes digital stabilization plus optical.
This is really the first time I trying this out. Well, same as the A7S Mark II I love the low noise is pretty good on this. Of course, the A7S II is brilliant. This is not bad, and I like that when I walk from outside to indoor when it's suddenly so dark, it won't suddenly become really noisy, really dark. It still works really well for a 1-inch sensor like this. Now look at that. This part is pretty dark here.
Slow-mo feature is largely the same as before. 250 FPS give you really sharp slow-mo footage. 500 FPS a little bit softer and a little bit more noise, still usable for a lot of things. 1000 FPS, the quality really suffer a lot, but probably still good for Instagram. I'm sure a lot of people would question this longer but slower lens. To me, the slower aperture doesn't really matter. Well, 2.8 to 4.5 is not small at all. After all, for a 1-inch sensor, you're not getting much shallow depth of field anyway, even with the Mark V f1.8. Also, the smaller aperture on this Mark VI doesn't hurt the low light capability either. What I actually miss from the Mark V would be the built-in ND filter. Although there's no need to pull your hair out because Sony is not discontinuing Mark V. The new RX100 Mark VI is gonna be a new choice for you rather than a replacement.